Welcome back to the Pharmacist Elite page. Today we're just going to go over some of the question answers that is left behind from other videos. Let's go to the questions. One question came to us that is a person can be a carrier without the person know about it? The answer is yes. How is that possible? This is what happened. If the person is getting exposed to the person is sick and does not know, person is not staying at home, being in public place, this is the possibility that the person get a virus and then it take 14 days in the incubation period until the person show the sign and symptoms. This is the hidden time that the person will be having the virus without knowing about it. So what will be happen? As a result, person can still go around, pass it to other people and does not know about it. CDC specifically is worried about the persons who are sick and showing the symptoms, not specific about asymptomatic patients. Next one was about vitamin C and vitamin D. So in regard to vitamin, it's a really gray area. When we're talking about the vitamin, there's always pros and cons about the vitamins that we have to go. On a separate video, we're going to discuss the vitamins. But specifically for vitamin C is an antioxidant. It means it helps the immune system to be changed and be a little more active. It in general doesn't work. There are studies shows yes. It was a study that says if you put it in an IV situation for a sick person, does it help the person in a small sample size? Show yes. But when it comes to the reality and when you want to test this, when it comes about the virus, that's a gray area because that still is nothing to be proven that is this really going to help as a prevention or treatment. So the answer is for virus, nothing is out there yet. About vitamin, I want to also add this. There are many people that are vitamin D deficient. In this suggested time, go ahead and take it because you need it, your body needs it, perfect. But then whether it help or not, again, is nothing to be proven. So do not fall for it. These are also one of those advertisement or fake information coming out. So don't fall for that. Next question was about gender differences of this virus. Unlike human being, this virus is not gender biased or racist. So whether you start from a country and pass around, that's unfortunate. We just cannot do anything about it, and that happened. And then it's attacking everybody in any race in around the world. Next topic is about contact lenses. That was not on a question. I add this specifically because I know many people nowadays, they are not wearing the glasses and they're wearing contact lenses. So to explain this specifically, I wanted to say many people when they're wearing contact lenses, their eye, because they get less oxygen through the day, it get irritated sometime and they automatically, without they even know, they push their hand inside their eyes and move this lens. This is exactly what the virus wants because you put your hand, which is dirty, inside your eyes and this is it. And the spread could happen. So that's why it's suggested that if you are actually wearing this, now we are in quarantine, but if you are in a public area, it's a great idea that actually at this point, start wearing your contact lenses and in order to protect yourself, just wear your normal glasses. Because this is the safest way that you don't actually get contamination on your eyes. Second things, if you are sharing or if you're putting some drops on your eyes, make sure when you open up the drops, make sure you do not put your hand on top of the tips to make sure you do not make it dirty. As soon as you finish using it, close it and then do not share it with somebody else because if someone actually put it in and the tip of that drops touch your eyes and can pass it to somebody else easily, this is like a surface, can pass it to somebody else. So that's one suggestion about that. Another question was about the ear. There was some mixed information that yes, it's true, it can come from my mouth, it can come from my eye, but not from my ear. Let me tell you this, it's still as of April 2nd on WHO, it's still they mentioned that part of the spread, it can be through the droplets from mouth, eyes, and ear. Ear is still part of your body attached and can contamination with putting stuff in your ear easily happen. Yes, it could change, but as of right now, it still is a possible route. Next point I wanted to say is about CT scans or the pictures that you're taking basically from your lungs. It's been suggested that it's a great idea to use this. American College of Radiology specifically is the association who monitor these things, come specifically and says, nope, that's not a good idea. It's not a good idea to use this test and the CT scan and imaging as a diagnostic test for COVID-19. Still, even though we have a shortage of these kits in order to test, it's a great idea to still continue using these kits in order to diagnose the patient based on signs and symptoms and the answer of those kits. And then if the person is still continue having signs and symptoms or have underlying diseases of the lung based on suggestion of the primary care and the physicians on site, then if it's needed, they go ahead to do this CT scans. Because the last thing you want, extra exposure of radioactive material if it's not necessarily. So it is not recommended to use this as a diagnostic test. Last question was about this. How long you remain on the money? How long you remain on this surface? Let me bring all this question to one sentence. The short answer is this. Does not matter how long it remain on the surfaces, because we know it remain on the surfaces from minutes to hours. There's no question about that. People are still, they need to do a lot of testing to find out exactly on what material, how long you'll stay. The most important thing we can do at this time without caring about this number is just do the precaution thing by prevention, washing our hand anytime we touch anything dirty. For example, you go outside in the public, touching the door, wash your hands. You're touching the dirty money, is all, of course it's contaminated with something and it's dirty, wash your hands. Your credit card, if you share it anywhere, you use it anywhere, somebody else touch it, make sure you wash your hand and clean your cards. So anything you touch, you think is contaminated, think about this, wash your hand and just be safe, don't panic about it. Alright, these are some of the questions what's left from the previous videos. I just want to put it out there. Still, if you have more questions, go ahead and comment and direct me. I will go ahead and address it somehow to you all. Again, as always, don't forget, be kind to your health. At this time, being kind is just stay relaxed, don't panic, don't have a stress too much about all these things. Spread the information that hopefully bring your stress level down. Thank you so much. Till next video, everybody.